Hey, good afternoon, everybody. And something I forgot to say, which was happy Friday. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon, still November 3rd. We are out here in the main, what I'm calling and have called all year, the main corn silage field. And I'm truly sorry that I wasn't able to take a video of all this while it was being chopped. Trust me, I'm more sorry for myself than anything. I sure would have liked to have been here for that, but well, what are you gonna do? Let's take a little walk past these rows here. There's quite a few of yous that are going to know what these rows stand for. Some of yous are not going to. I'm going to explain it to you. There's 3 rows. And of course this is the other side, and somebody driving down the road that probably thinks I'm a Looney Tune, but that's okay. Okay, first off, let me explain these rows. These rows are called, I call them insurance rows, and I'm sure about almost everybody else does as well. You have the option to take out insurance on your crops, your corn. I'll be real honest with you. I'm not sure about the rest. I really don't know. A little bit of a learning curve for me here with the farm and some of the insurances on crops and whatnot. Corn especially. You have the ability to take out insurance if in fact it's an awful year with weather, which we had, god-awful weather. We're lucky we got this corn in. No joking. I know I've expressed that enough, but that's not a joke. In some cases, heavy deer damage, and I will only assume in other cases some sort of a disease to where your corn crop is nothing at all, or maybe half of what it should have been. I do not know what the outcome is going to be with this corn for this year as far as the insurance. I can tell you that this is not the greatest corn crop that we've ever had. That's a fact. We'll see what happens, but that's what these 3 rows are for. Just like coming and somebody in an insurance adjuster, just like him coming to look at your home if there was damage done, these rows are here for them to do you know, an assessment. What's their process? Don't know. I can only assume height, girth, the corn cobs themselves. Anyway, that's the reason for these rows that are left here. Pretty happy to see something here. I'm hardly seeing any cobs on the ground, and in fact, as far as my eye can see right now, I bet you I can see about 5. I think it was last year. The field that I was spreading manure in this morning, last year, that was our main corn crop. I bet you we lost 25 to 30% of our cobs of corn off the stalks when it went to be harvested. So very happy with that. Okay, here's the stats. Let me tell you something right now. It's a good gosh darn thing that I picked up that rental property. Not to say that we went to plant a little bit of corn somewhere else, but because I picked that up, it was planted there. It's a damn good thing for it because it was needed severely. Our corn crop did not come up to much here. Sorry about the wind, folks. It's really picking up. It's actually a beautiful fall day, but the old wind is playing some tricks here today. We ended up taking six full loads off that rental ground that I have. Now when I say 6 full loads, what those loads are, and God, I wish I could have had a video for you. Those loads are those very large H&S or Myers wagons that either can dump from the back or they have the front side unload into a blower. Very large wagons. Anyway, we got 6 of those off that rental ground that I planted. That was not the greatest field in the world. And we got 12 off of our main field here. We're very fortunate, very happy about it. When it really comes down to it, it was pretty pathetic. Long story short, I'm sure you can see the farm. The silo that's nearest us, that is what we call the 18-footer. That got filled completely. I mean, we're talking full to the brim. The 16-footer, the unloader didn't need to be raised because there was no corn to go into the 16-footer. Now we got a sufficient amount of corn in the 16-footer anyway. That's what I was feeding off of this morning. And long story short, folks, it wasn't a great crop, but we are safe. We got our crop in. We've got, I dare say, more than enough for the year. We're okay, we're good, and all is well. So what a great deal. There's a lot of people that are not in this condition, and it's a real bad ordeal this year. But no more of the negatives. This is all positive, unfortunately for us, just for us. And you know, I'm sure there's other people in the same boat where it turned out okay. I sure hope so. So that's the deal. We completely filled the 18-footer, and that was it. Thank God for that rental piece. Otherwise, this man, oh man, is there a lot of traffic on these roads these days. It's the time of the year, I think. Hunting season's coming up. This is one of those kind of cut across roads to yeah, whatever. Anyway, yeah, it's if it wasn't for those extra 6 loads, this video would have been a heck of a lot more negative. But it doesn't need to be now. We're okay. Let me just pick out a cob here, show you what we ended up with. We're very happy with the silage. It was just filthy rich of corn, which is obviously what you're wanting. So, not too bad. Not too bad at all. I obviously wasn't able to see it, but Dad had mentioned to me that the rental corn property that I put in this year, the actual corn cobs and whatnot, was absolutely stellar. So, yeah, it turned out okay. All right, that's enough about the corn crop, folks. All is well. One last time, I'm going to apologize that I couldn't get that video of it being chopped, which we have custom done. They literally did it in about all of our corn was done in, I think, maybe 7 hours, if I'm not mistaken. Which is pretty damn amazing to me. Other than that, the only thing I got to share with you really here is this morning I talked a little bit about hunting season and some buck sightings and whatnot. We're standing in a field right now where a pretty massive, I'm being told very thick, a very massive 8-pointer was seen early this week. I think on Monday, Sunday or Monday. So yeah, everybody's kind of starting to get buck fever here and hunting camp fever and everything else. And in fact, I have some uncles that are up this weekend to put the finishing touches on their deer blinds and of course camp and everything else. And that's kind of the mode that everybody's in right now. It's a real good time of year. Very good weather for it too. It's colder than a dickens this morning. But it turned out to be absolutely beautiful. Don't get me wrong, it's chilly, but it's pretty nice. So, all right, folks, I got a lot done today, but I got to keep going. I got a lot more to do. One last time, appreciate everybody watching the videos. It means a lot to me. I kind of failed you here in the last 7, 8, 9, 10 days. Life got busy. That's just, it happens sometimes. I don't think I have to tell you that. If you actually work for a living and give a damn for a living, that means that you're busy. I think it's about, what, 49% of us? Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. So, apologize about the no videos. I'm going to take you into better consideration and do a little better job. My hope and goal is, with my new schedule, which is pretty tricky, at least a video every other day. When I'm home, that's different. Maybe a couple a day, but things are going really good. And thank God it's Friday. Happy Friday. And that's about it. Folks, I got to get going. I got a lot to do before dark hits, which is pretty quick these days. So have a nice weekend.